Okay, we were covering the speaking session of IELTS, and we covered all the strategies and tricks to handle this session. How to add filler words, how to generate ideas, how to improve your grammar, how to use linking words, and how can you add filler words if you are recalling any idea or thinking about any idea. So we will start with the practice, and then if uh, it seems necessary, then we will cover further strategies for the speaking session. Okay, anyone who would like to answer the first question? Do you have a favorite cafe? I would like to mention here that in speaking session of IELTS, questions are mostly repeated. So you can assume that questions in your real exam will be from these given questions on the internet or the Cambridge books. So you have to practice them, and you can memorize the vocab and related words for each topic, and these will be repeated in your real exam. So take it serious and try to practice it. So who would like to answer? Do you have a favorite cafe? And yesterday I said that there is no awkward or wrong answer. I'll hold your hand and take you along. I will correct your vocab, correct your grammar, and I will help you speak English from the beginning, from the scratch. Okay, if you guys don't have any favorite cafe, then you can talk about canteen of your university or your college and mention 2 to 3 lines about that canteen or anything you remember about that specific place. No one is willing to answer the question.
Sir, I want to give answer.
Okay.
Yes, I have a favorite cafe near my office, where me and my colleagues we used to take coffee and have coffee or a tea, and its environment is very comfortable and good for even we used to work there. Sometimes we used to work there and have a good time.
Okay, that's a good answer. Yeah. Uh, you can improve it further, but that was good answer about band 7.5 to 8. So, do you often go to cafes by yourself?
Yes, uh, as I am a coffee person, so I mostly go to cafes. But I prefer to visit near my office because then I visit that place with my friends uh, and have coffee.
Okay.
Sir, I want to ask a
Yes.
question. Uh, s- Mostly I have ideas, but I just I don't know. I might don't have the confidence. I feel like I just freeze and I can't express. How can I overcome this thing?
You can overcome this thing by joining the session and speaking. Only practice can overcome this thing. And also, um, try to focus on one thing a day. For example, uh, for today you can decide that I will focus on linking words. So forget about pauses, forget about the filler sounds, forget about everything, forget about grammar. uh, Fix a day for for linking words, like you will add more over, additionally, however, and these types of words in your sentences for today. Then next day, focus on something else. For example, for next day, I will focus on grammar. So forget about everything else, just focus on grammar. Then the next day, focus on something else. In this way, for 4 to 5 days, you will focus on each thing which gives you a high score. And then after that, you will feel confident and you will be able to speak with fluency, correct grammar, and you will be able to narrate your ideas with confidence.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So you can choose something for today, and you can ask some person, for example, your sister, your brother, your mother, to judge you on this specific thing and forget everything else. And then, uh, because without practice, you cannot have confidence to speak. And don't underestimate yourself, and don't underestimate the person who tries to speak in the session, because only 5% of the people speak in the session and rest stay quiet. So if you start speaking, then only then you can learn speak. Only then you will be able to speak, and only then you will learn to speak. Otherwise, you will stay quiet in real exam too, because that will be a new thing, new environment for you. So try again for this question. Do you often go to cafes by yourself?
Yes, I often go to cafes with my friends. Mostly, I visit the cafes with near my office because uh, that one cafe have very good environment. It's comfortable for both work and for spending leisure time too.
Okay. So your ideas were good. Your speaking was also good, but you didn't focus on the question. First, you have to understand the question. Like the question states that, do you often go to cafes by yourself? And that you said, yes, I go with my friends. So if you go with your friends, then you will say no, because it is asking, do you go to cafes by yourself? So you are negating that thing. You are saying that I don't go by myself. I go with my friends. So first you have to understand the question and then reply accordingly. And also try to avoid words which are already used in in the question. Like you are starting with yes, I often go to cafe. So you are not adding new words, but you are using the words which are already narrated by the examiner. So try to avoid these words and add your own idea and your own words in your sentence to score high in IELTS speaking. So I would like you to try again for the same question. Do you often go to cafes by yourself?
No, I mostly because then then I don't feel bored there. Either I go there for work or spend my leisure time. It's good to spend time with my friends there.
Okay. So you started in a wrong way. Like you said no because. So there was no idea before because you just said no. So add some idea to complete the sentence. No, I don't go alone because, like this, not just no. Okay. So a single word doesn't make a complete sentence. You have to complete a sentence, then add the linking word because. You for speaking, it is correct to mention no and then because this. But during exam, you have to complete a sentence so that variety of sentences and variety of grammar is added in your answer for the better score. Now, I would like you to try again the same question so that you improve in this session and this session is beneficial for you.
Uh, no, I prefer to visit cafe with my friends. Uh, with my friends, sir, I just forgot everything. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. You lost your focus because you are thinking to make yourself perfect. Don't try to be perfect. There is no one perfect in this world. There is no perfect speaking. Even native English speaker is not perfect in his speaking. So don't try to be perfectionist. Just try to speak in a natural way. If you try to be perfectionist, that I will narrate it, correct grammar, correct sentence, correct syntax, correct verb, correct subject, then you will lose your ideas. You will forget your ideas. So try to talk in a natural way as you are talking with your friend. Uh, do you often go to cafes by yourself?
No, I usually visit cafes with my friends because I feel bored when I visit cafes alone. That's why I prefer to go with my friends so that we can work together and we spend a time together.
Yes, that's much better. I think you scored 8.5 band in your speaking. So uh, this is lesson for every participant that whenever you speak in the session, you get feedback, and when you work on that feedback, your score is improved, your speaking is improved. So anybody else who would like to answer the third question? What do you think helps to make a cafe very popular?
Can I?
Okay, yes. I would like to add something here that don't think this as a test. Think this at a normal situation in your life. If you will think it as a test, then you will have interruptions and pauses in your ideas. If you will think it in a natural way, like your daily routine. For example, if you go to a restaurant, why you like it, why it is popular, why something is popular in your life, or why some hotel or restaurant is popular. So think it in a natural way, like you are talking in your daily routine life. Okay, ma'am, please continue.
I just wanted to say, can I give the answer of second question first?
Okay, please.
Okay. Okay. So, well, I love to spend time with my loved ones and family members. So that's why I prefer to go cafes with my friends and families, as I don't find time to spend with them um, very oftenly. So yeah, I love the company of my friends. In this way, I can spend time with my family members and the friends on a coffee and have some great discussions.
Okay, good try. But there were few mistakes, and those mistakes will lower your score. So you can try again. Don't say oftenly, and when you say that I when you are saying I go cafe, say I go to cafe. So try again so that these simple mistakes are removed from your sentence or speaking.
Okay. Well, I can try again. Well, I love to spend time with my loved ones. That's why I try to go with my family members and friends to cafes so that I can spend time with them and have some great discussions on coffee table.
Okay, that's very good. That's an excellent answer. Also, you can use I love to spend time with my closed ones instead of loved ones because you already mentioned I love So instead of loved ones, you can try closed ones or my family. So but that is again the perfection. You should not try to be a perfectionist in first at the first. So that was an excellent answer. Okay. Do you want to try the next question?
For this, give me some time. Let me just compile the idea for this.
Okay.
Okay. S- Okay, what do you think helps to make a cafe very popular? In my opinion, two things matters a lot. One thing is the location, and the other thing is the taste of the dishes that cafe provides. So, if cafe is located at a convenient location, and um, also the staff is staff is very cooperative, and all the dishes have the taste, so that can make the cafe very popular.
That's a very good answer. But what I suggest in my session is that once you narrate 3 to 4 sentences for the part one, then you can complete your answer there instead of adding more sentences and then having a pause at the last of the fifth or fourth sentence. So when you said there are two things which make the cafe popular, and then you mentioned the two things, that was enough for the answer of part one. In part three questions, we have to show that we can extend our ideas, we can talk at length for those specific ideas. But in part one, you can give answer up to 3 sentences, because once you narrated the first 3 sentences, your speaking level was at 8.5 to 9. But after that, you had a pause, and that's why your speaking was lowered to 7 or 7.5. So I suggest to people that if you have narrated 3 sentences in an excellent way, then you can complete your idea there and you can stop there. If you are confident enough before speaking that you have more ideas and you can speak for 5 sentences without pausing or without stopping yourself, then you can continue for 5 sentences for part one specifically. For part three, you can extend your ideas and talk at length. I hope you got my point.
Yes, I got it. Yes. First, I tried to stop at on the first two sentences, but then I continued it, and I was like, I should try it.
Yes, it is good to try at first. In practice, you can try. In practice, you can talk up to 10, 12 sentences, so that you practice more of your grammar, more of your vocab, more of your stance structures. So it is good to practice in the session. But for the real exam, uh, I am giving suggestions for the real exam too, in along with the practice session. So for in practice, you should talk more so that you don't don't get yourself interrupted in the real exam. But for real exam situation, then if you have narrated 3 sentences, not two, 3 sentences, then you can stop there or you can complete your idea there. But for practice, it is good to narrate more words, to utter sentences at length, so that you know your mistakes and you practice more.
Got it.
Okay, anyone who would like to try the fourth question? Why do some people refer cafes that are part of large chains rather than small local cafes? I think this is very famous thing. People are now brand conscious. So I hope this question will be easier to answer.
People mostly prefer local cafes because of their low prices.
No, the question is stating that people prefer large chains rather than small local cafes. So it's opposite of what you are saying.
All right. This is because of the comfortable environment and for standard of their coffees or teas. They prefer to have coffee or they prefer to have these beverages at in large or brand conscious cafes. Not brand conscious, it's a wrong thing, guys. In branded cafes.
Okay, nice try. I would encourage you to try again so that you improve your speaking again.
People prefer to
May I suggest you something?
Yes, please.
Basically, ma'am, just make a mistake to use the same words like prefer. You should, I think so, have to paraphrase these words like love to and avoid like these things. If you use the same words again and again, then it gives a negative impact on your speech.
yes, sir, I just forgot it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, focus on these things also.
Okay. According to me, people love to visit branded places or large cafes because of the standard, because of their because of the standard they maintain for their beverages, and beside this, they have very comfortable and peaceful environment for spending the time there.
Okay, good try. I think you need more practice so that you are more fluent in your answers. Currently, your fluency is a little bit uh, full of errors, so you can practice more.
I think so.
Otherwise,
Let her try again. His same question.
okay. Um, you can try again after some time. I just want to show some sample speaking to show you guys that no one is perfect and pauses are allowed and no need of complex ideas or complex vocabulary. Even easy words, simple words, and even natural pauses can have you score good. After that, we can again practice for uh, or on speaking.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Routine. Can you tell me about your daily routine? When I first get up, I don't like doing anything high maintenance or too quick. I like to take my time. One
Is it smooth and clear?
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
maintenance or too quick. I like to take my time. Once I wake up, I like to just be on my phone and then gradually get on from there. Get up.
It seems like it is interrupting here.
Yes.
Yes, same here.
Okay, I'm disconnecting from my mobile phone so that only one device is using the whole internet bandwidth.
Doing anything high maintenance or too quick. I like to take my time. Once I wake up, I like to just be on my phone and then gradually get on from there. Get up and do my skincare. I start getting dressed and then go downstairs. I make some coffee or tea, even matcha. I love matcha. So yeah, that's kind of my morning routine. Has your routine changed since you were a child? So growing up, I didn't really have a routine because when you're a child, you just do whatever. But growing up, I came to realize that it's important to have like a set routine on what to do and how to take care of yourself, how to maintain a better routine throughout the day. So yeah, my routine has drastically changed throughout my life.
Is there anything you would like to add to your daily routine?
That client review was brutal.
We're going to be underwater for weeks.
I would like to incorporate more of like meditation to just be able to ground myself when needed. I haven't been able to do that as of recently, but I would like to incorporate that in my routine because I think it's important to just be able to have that minute to yourself and just feel grounded.
Let's talk about flowers. Have you ever received flowers as a gift?
Yes,
Okay, you guys can observe that she is having natural pauses, speaking, which most of the examiners say that if you are having pauses or if you are having filler sounds, then your score is degraded and you will have a low score. But she is speaking for the band 9 because the things on which we are graded are 4, and in the fluency and coherence part, we can have small pauses and a bit self-corrections like a native English speaker also have. And when he asked, what do you would like to add in your daily routine? So she didn't say that I would like to add this thing. She said that I will incorporate this thing. So like I said, you have to, or you can change the words of the question, and this will add more words in your context and you will have a better grade.
I have. Actually, recently I did receive flowers, and I can't talk enough about flowers. I love everything about them, like the variations that you find, the different types and colors, as simple as like roses to, let's say, tulips. I love everything about them.
On what special occasions do people give flowers in your country?
From where I'm from, they usually use flowers for, say, birthdays or weddings. And flowers are just common to receive, especially here with my friends. We usually like gift each other flowers for each other's birthdays, or even just like a normal, like a thank you, like just to show appreciation to a person.
What kind of flowers would you like to receive as a present?
So I've never received sunflowers. And when I was a kid, I just looking at sunflowers, I was always amazed by how they look. And I would want to like touch one because I've never like seen how it looks like in real life. I've only seen it through pictures. So I would like to receive sunflowers.
Now let's talk about food.
Okay, now for this part you can see that she is adding a variety of words, but simple words in her sentences. Like she said, I would like to receive sunflower because I have never, I would like to touch it because I have never seen it, or this is. So for us, if we will say this sentence, we will say it in a way like, I would like to touch sunflower because I haven't touched it. So we will use the touch word again. But a good band scorer will not use the word touch again. She or he will add some other word. Like she said, I have never seen those flowers. Or she just changed the idea from touch to be seen by the eye. So you can add variety to your sentences or your words by just adding a slightly relevant idea if you are not having a synonym of the touch word. I hope you got my point. For example, if I am saying a sentence, I want to touch the sunflower because I haven't felt it. But at the right moment, at the exam day, I can't remember the word felt in this context. In the place of the touch word, or I am not remembering the word felt or any other word in the synonym of touch. So I can change my idea. Like I have never seen it, or I have never listened about it, or I have never uh, dreamed about it, but now currently I want to do this. So you can slightly change your idea if you are not getting synonym at the specific time. I hope you got my point.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Food. Do you enjoy cooking?
I don't personally cook for myself just because I wasn't really into cooking. I do, however, like baking. I like to bake desserts. I like to make, let's say, cake, chocolate cake, or cookies. Whenever I feel bored at home and there's literally nothing to do, I find myself grabbing the ingredients in the cupboards or just baking. It's really fun, and just the hard work that I put into it versus the aftermath, I feel like it's worth it.
Do you think
Okay, now for this specific question, he asked about the cooking. So she added the words baking and ingredients. Uh, so these words were to add lexical resources in her sentences. So examiner will not judge all four things in your single answer. He will judge all four things in um, all of your context, all of your sentences combined. Then if you have used all these four resources in a proper way. So don't think that you have to use all these four things in a simple single sentence, and you try to focus on that, and while trying to focus on this thing, you forget about the ideas and you hesitate while speaking. So you just have to agree on this thing that your whole English language, whole speaking context will be judged for all these four categories. So you can add different grammar variety in one sentence, and then you can add lexical resources in another answer. You can focus on fluency and coherence should be focused in each answer. However, grammatical range and accuracy can be focused on one answer, and then the other part is another thing, and then pronunciation. Pronunciation is also important for each sentence, but annotations can be added in one answer and like this. So you can add variety in all of your answers. You don't have to focus on upon all things in a single answer or in a single response.
that you have a healthy diet?
Personally, I don't think that I have a healthy diet. I usually eat whatever is available. I try to be mindful of what I put into my body, especially because how I see people develop some issues with the food that they take. And especially because as I'm growing older, my metabolism is going to be different. So I try to be aware, but usually my diet isn't that great.
How often do you order
Metabolism, and especially some issues because to be usually, personally, I don't think that I have a healthy diet.
Okay. So the question was, do you think that you have a healthy diet? So if any one of us will answer this question, we will say that I have a healthy diet or I don't have a healthy diet. Once I had this or because I had this. But if you look at her response, she added some consequences for unhealthy diet, and she also added that there are some health issues, and she added other ideas to answer her question. So uh, try to be versatile in your responses, and try to add different ideas and different words in your answers. Okay. I think it's enough for today for the simple answer. Um, you can watch this video in your own time. There are a lot of band 9 videos, and I would prefer you guys to watch. Is my voice clear by laptop?
Yes.
Okay. So I would uh, prefer you guys to watch this IELTS Advantage channel and don't follow other channels religiously. You can get tips and strategies from IELTS Lays, IELTS Up, or other channels which are available on the web worldwide. But if you want to make standards and if you want to follow someone blindly, then follow this guy, IELTS Advantage, Chris Petter. Chris Pell, I think, not Petter, Chris Pell. Because he has a VIP course and he's teaching a lot of students from all over the world. For example, if I have given an IELTS exam and I got band 8, then I will share my experience and I will have my opinion, which I have already created by my preparation. But if a person is having interaction with thousands of students, then he will have a variety of ideas. So if you will read the website of IELTS, then you will have her opinion in her articles. For example, some people say that you have to use difficult words. Some people say that smile is important. Some people say that body language is important, eye contact is important. But when you will see this guy talking, he will say that these things are not so much important because IELTS examiner are trained in such a way to not judge you upon your body language or your dressing or how you walk or how you look. So, but other people will say that first impression matters. So you have to dress in a good way. You have to first smile with them so that you have a good impression. But these things are not important in speaking test. It is better to have a good smiling face and so that but it is better for you, not for the marks, not for the judgment. It is better for you because you will stay confident and you will have a composed personality then. Otherwise, you will be less confident and you will lose focus. So it is better for you, not for the marks or the judgment part. So other thing which I have read from a website when I was sharing strategies yesterday, that you cannot use filler sounds or you cannot, you just have to say, well, to be honest, don't say, but this guy say that on also even the native speaker generate these sounds when he is talking in his daily life routine. So you can add a little sounds in your answer. So whenever you watch videos or whenever you look for the strategies, do follow this guy, IELTS Advantage. Okay, now we will move on to part 2 question. Uh, you guys can take 1 minute and you guys can then talk for 1 to 2 minutes, or you can even talk for 30 seconds or 20 seconds. Just try to speak. Then I will help you improve your speaking. Okay, anyone who would like to answer this question? I think this is the most important part, and in this part, you will learn much things about speaking test. If you are confident enough in part two, then, in my opinion, you can answer each and every question, and you will improve 50 to 60% in your speaking by answering the part two.
So can I answer?
Yes, please.
I have visited a Monad restaurant for a birthday party. So it was honestly a mesmerizing visit because that restaurant was on the top of a mountain, and it's surrounded by greenery and mountains, and that's why it was one of the most uh, memorable visit for me. Was because my parents are not allowing me, but when my friends compelled me to join them, then I decided to visit that place. But honestly, this was one of the best experience I have ever had, because before that I haven't visited any place like that, which surrounded by greenery and beautiful mountains. And so this was one of the best experience of my.
Okay, can you repeat the sentence? My parents are not allowing me, and then they compel. I didn't understand.
Okay, first my parents. Okay, okay, sir. First, my parents were not allowing me to visit that place, but as my friends compelled me to join her birthday party, so I asked my parents twice. Then, but sorry, when I decided to visit that place, then, sir, I just forgot.
Okay. There
Let
was
me
also,
start from the
yes,
beginning.
there was also some issue in your real
Yes.
test, your real speaking sentence which you narrated at first. So that's why I asked you to repeat this specific part. Otherwise, it was a good answer, but you were lacking ideas. That's why you were repeating again and again that it was surrounded by greenery and mountains. So I was only able to pick two ideas from your whole answer. One idea was that it was on the top of the mountain, and then other idea was that it was surrounded by greenery and mountains, and then you repeated it twice. Um, so the other ideas which you narrated was that first your parents were not convinced, and then your friends compelled you to visit that place, and then you convinced your parents. Uh, so this was, however, not related to the answer. So this idea is not counted. However, the speaking time is counted. So can you think for an other idea, or I should help you in idea generation first? Sorry, ma'am, you are not audible. I am asking that are you able
No.
to think about some other idea? Like you mentioned, it's surrounded by greenery and mountains. Some other idea or some other
Yes, sir.
feature, some other uh, thing to enjoy there.
I'm just thinking at the moment.
Okay, I'll help you. For example, you visited Monal. What is Monal? Monal exactly? Is it a restaurant?
Yes,
Okay.
restaurant.
What does a restaurant normally have?
They have plenty of foods, but
Yes.
like Punjabi food, different kind of cuisines like
Yes.
Italian or yes,
Okay.
these kind of.
So restaurant normally have food and different food is also in different variety like Punjab cuisines, Chinese, Italian, and
No, sir, I was telling you because it was not a particular, like they're not having a particular food, only Punjabi or only Italian or Chinese. They have variety of foods.
so you can mention this idea in your answer that I visited Monal and it had different variety of food. I am helping you generate ideas.
Oh,
Okay. So I am saying that you are talking about the restaurant. So you can naturally think that restaurant have food. So food is one idea. Then it was on mountain. So mountain and greenery is another idea. Uh,
oh,
Also, you traveled to that place. The traveling part and the things uh, which were on your path, like if there was any music in the car or any chit chat, so that is another idea. And when you were going to Manal, there were sharp turns, and you climbed the hill in your car, and you had an adventurous journey. So that is another idea. Uh, I hope you are understanding my point.
yes, sir. I have a question. I
Yeah.
have to combine these all ideas in this question.
Yes, you have to talk for
Okay.
2 minutes at least. So more ideas, more time, and less vocabulary. If you have to talk for 2 minutes on one idea, then you will have to use more vocabulary, more sentence structures, and you will have difficulty in that. But if you have 4 to 5 ideas for a single question, then you will have to use less vocabulary and you will have to put less effort in answering the question. For example, in this specific question, if you have a single idea that this place was surrounded by mountains and greenery, so you will have to explain this thing in 2 minutes that mountains and greenery, and then you will have to add different vocabulary that how mountains are mesmerizing, how it refresh your mind, and how good mountains are, and how is greenery for
Sir, your voice is not clear.
just a second. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen because 3 to 4 minutes are remaining. I'll join while my mobile phone.
Okay, is my voice clear now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I am into shifting. That's why I have some internet issues. I am using a shared internet. So I got out of my room and I stopped screen sharing. So to just answer my opinion. I was saying that for this specific question, for example, or any question, if you have one idea, then to complete your speaking for 2 minutes, you will have to use more vocabulary and more sentence structures. So you will have difficulty in stating that. On the other hand, if you have 4 to 5 ideas, then you will have to make less effort. You have to use less vocabulary and less variety of sentences, and that will be easy for you. For example, initially you had only one idea that it was surrounded by mountains and greenery. So, to complete this idea for 2 minutes, you will have to add different vocabulary words like It was mesmerizing for eyes. Mountains have these uh, benefits, or greenery has these benefits. So you will have less words, and for more words you have to think more. You will have more pauses in your speaking, and you will have difficulty, and you will have to make more effort while speaking. But at first, if you think about 4 to 5 ideas, then you will have to use less vocabulary, and you will be fluent in your speaking. I hope you got my point.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So I have a question.
Sorry, Sir Hassan, your voice was not clear.
I'm sorry. Just trying to say that for this part of questions, they provide us a paper when we have time to think about it. So, according to if they provide us a paper and pen, then for these 2 minutes, then when we are thinking about it, we have to just write down the major points like when, where, some vocab words. So when we are trying to say something, we can easily make sentences through these words. It will help us. Are they providing us this
Yes.
paper and pen for these 2 minutes?
Yes, they are providing us. You can make bullet points, and you can write down your ideas, and then you can see on the paper and talk.
Yeah. Thank
But
you so
but
much, sir.
but maintain a balance with eye contact and um, referring to the paper. Like I mentioned in the first speaking session, that don't stare in the eyes of examiner for too long, or don't look at the floor for too long. You have to maintain a balance, and you can use a paper and a pen to write down your ideas, and then use those words or sentences to speak.
Yeah, so thank you so
Also,
much.
also, I mentioned that it is written that you should say this. So only the question which is written at the top of the cue card, you have to speak related to that. There is no uh, statement like you must say this. So you can skip all of those things if you don't have any idea that why you visited that place or when you visited that place. So you can skip all those things. You just read the question and generate ideas on your own. Um, you can add information about Monal, that it is a restaurant located on the top of the hill, and it is just before Highland Resort, and it has different cuisines, and you can also add about the weather. How was weather that day, and how was your journey there? And you can, if you don't have any idea about that specific place, you are lacking ideas, then you can talk about the journey. You can say that my car got stuck, and I was stuck in a traffic jam. Then we put the music on. Then we had a chit chat, and our journey was adventurous. That's why I remember that place. So you can add different ideas, but you don't have to just stick to those specific instructions which are mentioned on the cue card. Okay, our time is up. Any question from your side?
Sir, just a small confusion. Q card is the question that examiner will provide us, or
Yes.
the yeah.
Yes. Cue card is the question. Like when I was sharing my screen,
Yes.
there was a heading part two. Then there was a statement like what was the restaurant. Then there was a sentence you should say. Then there were 3 to 4 points: when and why you visited, why that place is popular. So that whole thing with the heading part two and all these bullet points is cue card. You will be given a chit. On that chit, this whole text will be written. That chit is known as cue card.
Okay. Okay. So it is not necessary to target the each and every part of that cue card, is it?
Yes, you can skip all of those bullet points. You just have to stick to the main statement, which is mentioned on the top of the cue card.
And we can make our own story to answer that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we can make our own story to answer and to describe
Yes, yes,
that statement.
yes, yes. You can make your own story. You can skip all those bullet points. Those bullet points are given so that if you are not recalling any story, or you are having difficulty to gather some points, then you can use those questions or those points to add up something. So those are just for help, not to be used as compulsory.
Okay, okay. Understood. Thank you.
Okay, any other question?
So today's session is very helpful. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Okay, in the end, I would like to mention that tomorrow is our last class, I think. So, do you guys want to continue with the speaking, or you want to cover something else like reading or writing or listening or some specific thing which you are lacking?
Sir, please continue with writing and speaking.
Writing and speaking. Okay. Okay, we will try to cover both in next session. Any other suggestion?
Or reading, I think so, because we are weak in that part.
We have 1 hour session, so we can cover um, less things in that specific time. So we can either cover reading or writing or speaking. I think we can skip the skipping part for the next session, because we have covered a lot on speaking. And as I mentioned earlier, that speaking has just 3 parts and strategies are same. So all you need is practice. Um, so we can cover reading and writing in next session. What do you guys say?
Sir, can't you organize more practice sessions for all the parts? Because this was my first day, and you are telling me tomorrow will be the last.
Um, I think there is a speaking practice session at 1 p.m. daily. So you, for speaking part, you can join in that session.
Okay.
And that is very helpful session. I have joined it for 2 to 3 days. So
Yes, sir. I
that
have
was
also joined that before 2 days. So,
okay.
And
Yes, please.
I want to ask that are we having sessions for other modules as well, like writing, reading? I'm not sure.
Yes, ma'am. This is our fourth week. We divided the sections on into 4 weeks. Like in first week we covered listening, and in second week we covered reading. Then in third week we covered writing, and now in fourth week we covered speaking. So you can see previous recordings, but I think recordings are not easy to watch. They are boring. And instead of watching all recordings, because we are not professionals, you can watch YouTube videos on ads.
Okay. Are we going to have these sessions again, preparation sessions?
Um, uh, some other trainer will start IELTS session, I think. I
Okay.
have concluded uh, my training sessions. Um, if you guys want, then we can continue for the next week.
yes, sir, please.
Okay. Okay, I'll try my best that we continue for the next week for the reading and writing part. For speaking, I think it was enough.
Yes, sir, you're right.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you everyone. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Love this.